Good morning. We are at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta 2022. After we were done with the caravan, we figured we're so close, we've got to do this again. So we did this 5 years ago and we had such a blast. We're back. We are up at a most ridiculous hour. I think our alarm went off about 2 o'clock. And it is so dark out and Mark is struggling. Okay, he's got a coffee. But if you can get there before the balloons go up, that's when the magic happens. So we're going to meet some friends there. But you can see it is dark out. We are in Enchanted Trails, Albuquerque. This is where we were 5 years ago. And we are taking the van over to the Cottonwood Mall, where they have a lot of different school buses lined up. So easy. Well, it'll take us maybe a half hour to get there, but no hassle with traffic, especially this is opening day. It's going to be crazy. So we're heading over to the mall to catch our school bus. Here we go. The buses are loading. It's like about 3:45, something like that. They leave at about 4 o'clock. And you can see the crowd is here. I'll zoom in.
We call that dark 400.
What does that mean?
4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
dark.
gosh.
It's military. Dark 400.
Here we go. We caught up with our friends Joy and Bob. And look at these people lined up at this hour. It's 3:45 a.m. You need to purchase your bus tickets online at least the night before. You cannot buy them right here at the bus. The $25 ticket includes your admission of $15 into the Fiesta and $10 for the bus ride. 12 and under are free. For us, being seniors, our ticket was $20, which includes the admission, $15, and then $5 more for the bus. It also includes your ride back to the mall. You get the ticket scanned before you get on the bus here at the mall, but you do not need the ticket to return. Nice thing is, we're on an expedited route to bypass heavy traffic. You can see some of the bus drivers really get into the spirit of the festivities. All right, we just got off the bus, and our bus driver was saying that there are 360 drivers here today. That's how many buses they've got people moving. The gates open at 4:30 a.m. and once the buses arrive, it gets crowded.
Yeah, 4:35. So.
Wow.
I smell donuts.
It's like a sea of humanity. And plan on long lines to scan you and your bags, but there are shorter lines if you don't bring a bag in. Okay, first thing to do, we're trying to find the media tent. And we did find it. Here's where the bus dropped us off, and then it's a short walk to the media tent. We were lucky enough to get media passes this year because we have this YouTube channel, and we're grateful for the passes because it gave us some perks like access to the media tent, which was warmer than outside at this hour. And there was free coffee and breakfast each day. Plus, we were also given a chance for a free ride in a balloon. After signing up, we had about an hour and a half before we had to be back here to see if I made it. So, we walked around and checked things out. Need merchandise? I hope you got here early because the line is long.
Yeah, by the time we get there, all the extra larges will be gone.
It could be.
Okay, those are the fancy restaurants.
We're just going for the old porta potty. They had this tower by the media tent that we could walk up on for great views like this of the crowd.
Welcome to the 50th Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
The opening of the Balloon Fiesta today is something new this year. They had the aerial drone light show. It's an 11-minute show featuring 300 drones and all pre-programmed. How did they do this? It was so spectacular. I needed to get closer to see how it's done. I got as close as I could get to the drones up to the fence where I could actually hear them buzzing. And then at the end, they all lined up and slowly descended behind the wall. Next opening act is the Dawn Patrol. Here they're starting to stand them up. Dawn Patrol pilots take off in the dark and fly until it's light enough to see landing sites. Fellow balloonists appreciate the Dawn Patrol because they can watch the balloons and get an early idea of wind speeds and directions at different altitudes. And it's fun for the early bird guests like us to send the balloonists off with a cheer. The Dawn Patrol began at the Balloon Fiesta in 1978 when two California balloonists developed position lighting systems that allowed them to fly at night. They have lights hanging below the basket so that they can be seen even when the burner isn't on. Here we can actually see the Albuquerque box in action. It's a set of very predictable wind patterns that can be used to navigate the balloons. At the low elevations, the winds tend to be from the south, but at higher elevations, they tend to be from the north, so the balloon can take off and land in almost exactly the same spot if the conditions are right.
So we're in the media tent here, and the fate of anybody that wants to sign on to a balloon ride is in the hands now of this crew here that's looking at not only, I guess, who you are, but probably more importantly, what your weight is.
So I'm excited. We're going up. It should be interesting. We got to catch up. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't want to get lost.
All right. So I've got a little height thing going on, but I'm excited. I'm excited.
And they were going to take me because I'm the perfect candidate, but I was 1 pound over, and that's just because I had too many donuts in the media tent.
That's right. Looking over to the balloon right now, and there are two other kids chosen.
We're going in a balloon.
And they're very, very tiny girls, so I'm guessing that might be why they got 3 of us. We're walking through like a gauntlet of people. This is a crowded place. I feel very, very lucky to be doing this. All right, I think we're there, M9. Whew, here's our crew. And we found our balloon just in time so we can just relax and enjoy the opening ceremony.
Nice knowing you, Sue.
In a few minutes, we're going to get the green light to inflate. Once I stand the balloon up, I'll ask everyone to get in through the back of the bath. So my balloon has a door, so it makes it a lot easier. I'll show you what you can and cannot hold on to.
And this is our pilot, Katelyn, a female pilot. I love it. She was raised in the area and has a private certificate and a commercial certificate, and added on an airplane rating. She says she loves to fly planes, but hot air balloons are her first love, and it shows. This Pixie Spirit balloon is hers.
Any questions? I'll be rearranging.
So this is hopefully what's going to hold both Sue and me up in the air, because I just found out literally 10 minutes ago, maybe 15, that the Chan man gets to go up. And I wish I wouldn't have had that second donut, because once we're inflated, if the scale says we're too heavy, then they'll be ejecting me, I'm sure. Penny, and I remembered her name.
Thank you, Penny.
Showed me that there's a door on this.
You were here for the briefing.
Well, I was, but I was thinking of so many things I didn't catch it, and I was worried about me climbing in there and then being disabled for the rest of the week. Once this row is totally inflated, the zebras will come over. Those are the referees, that are basically the flight control for the ground here. And when they give us the okay to the pilot, then we go up.
And this was unexpected when Katelyn waved us into the balloon. We're all in with the scale under us, and we are good to go with Mark on board.
Sadie,
What's the plan?
right now with this wind picking up, I just might stay on the ground.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, I don't. The top layer, if it would actually fall down, we'd be okay. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay.
If we have to wait till second wave, then we wait till second wave. If nothing, then we static and then we put back down.
There you go.
And after waiting a bit, checking the wind speed and balloons taking off, our pilot Katelyn decided to abort the flight today.
We're going like 25 miles an hour. That's quick.
There's most likely we are going to have to put down. I don't think winds are going to go. And like I said, we'll do tomorrow. Just come back, just tell them you want my balloon, and I'll make sure you all get up.
And just as the decision was made, one of the launch directors, or zebras, came up to check on our status. So Katelyn started deflating the balloon. So we're just a little bummed out. So the wind came up and our pilot decided not safe enough, and I appreciate that. She actually said come back tomorrow. We're gonna do that. We're gonna give it another try.
I got a question in here.
Absolutely.
When you are firing the balloon,
And Mark had a lot of questions. Katelyn was great answering them all, but that could be a whole video by itself. So we'll be back and try again tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 of the Balloon Fiesta for us. And we're doing something different. We're actually going to drive in and park at the Fiesta. We did the bus yesterday, which was so smooth, so easy. And we weren't really planning on going today, this morning, but our balloon ride was canceled. We aborted it because the winds just got way too high, too fast. So they are giving us a chance. They said, come back tomorrow, we'll try it again. So even though we weren't planning on going this morning, we're going. So we didn't buy bus passes, so we thought, well, we'd take the cars. So we'll let you know how that goes.
and because we have media passes, we have $200 worth of credits for outside parking. So because the Chan Man's pretty cheap, we're going to utilize that.
We get free parking and free entrance today because of the passes. That's really nice. So yeah, our pilot did say safety first. So she and many other pilots actually did not launch yesterday. So now we're going. Here we go. We arrived at the Balloon Fiesta and we left about 3:30 a.m. and it is now, it's about 4 o'clock. So it took us about half hour. That's about what it took us to get to the mall. So I'm saying that if you get here super early, we have arrived at about 4 o'clock. We have a pretty good parking space. It's right by the museum. Pro tip. So I do want to say it's unusual weather today. It's 60 degrees at 4 o'clock, 4
Right.
a.m.
But it's the kind of 60 degrees that I still have 2 layers of sweatshirt on.
Right.
and a down pleated jacket, so you can't get too cocky.
Right, we're comfortable though. But 5 years ago when we were here, it was in the 30s. We were freezing.
Yep.
So it's kind of one of those things you just never know.
Yep. But it adds to the excitement.
It
As
does.
long as you know to dress warm, and you're better off having a bunch of layers and tying them on your waist and carting them around.
Because it did get
Yeah.
beautiful yesterday. It was up in the 70s.
And-
But you got to remember, if you're here from 4 till like 9,
Right,
most of the hours are going to be chilly, very chilly.
right.
All right, look at this. Hardly anybody's here. So it's about 4:20 right now, and obviously we're here before the buses got here, and the lines are so short. Wow, they believed you?
Yeah. Well, she did say something. She said media. She said, right.
I just want to reiterate, if you are willing to get up super duper early, we're here at 4, and it was easy parking and easy getting in. Once the buses get here, which is
All bets are
probably
off.
about 4:30, yeah, you're going to be waiting in line. Yeah.
Because they're pouring in like mad.
Yeah. As you can see, there are a lot of choices at 4:30 in the morning if you didn't already have breakfast.
Really, Bird gets the worm, honey.
That's right.
Speaking of worms, let's go to the media tent and get breakfast.
I'm in. And here I am again, signing in. Then, waiting for our pilot, Katelyn. All right, second day at the Balloon Fiesta, and we're giving it another try to go up in the balloons. As you can see, we have not good conditions. It's cloudy. Some of the balloons are going up, at least inflating. But we're going to go and check and see if our pilot and some of the other pilots are willing to go up. So we're on our way.
She doesn't even have it out.
Yeah, so the balloons are going up, and this is our balloon right here. They don't even have it out. We're actually part of the second wave today, so we have to wait for the first wave to get going. We were so lucky to go up in the balloon because of our media pass, but if you're looking for a balloon ride here, Rainbow Riders is the only company authorized to give balloon rides from the Balloon Fiesta. I read that Rainbow Riders is the largest hot air balloon business serving the Southwest since 1983, and they have 40 balloons in their fleet. The balloons will launch in 2 waves, so for almost 2 hours, there are balloons being set up, inflated, and launched from the field. Today, like I said, we're on the second wave. Looks like we're setting up, hoping the winds stay calm by the time we get it all inflated, ready to go. I'm excited, a little nervous too, but excited. So our pilot Katelyn is pretty short, and she had this basket and balloon custom design, and you can see they added on a little extra inches on the bottom so she can easily reach what she needs to reach.
Well, and you know, this isn't unlike any hobby. It's just much more expensive and requires much higher skill level. You know, I mean, my hobby is YouTube. My skill level is I bought a phone and I put a microphone on it, you know.
Our balloon is being inflated. I think it's a go.
Goodbye, Sue.
Don't say that! I'll see you later. I like that better. Okay, gotta go.
All right, so they fit a lot better in the gondola without the Chan
What's
man.
happening?
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. We're taking one tank out.
Here goes my wife, the one afraid of the heights.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Right.
A little bit.
Open your eyes, mine aren't.
They're open.
Woo!
Black balloon, don't be sad. One day you'll learn to fly. Through the wind, through the storm. One day.
Ah, we're twirling to show off the balloon.
Oh, oh.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly out a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and fly out.
Follow your dreams, even if it flows upstream.
And as we're floating away, the crew is packing up to get ready to chase us to our landing. Thank you, Katelyn, for your awesome GoPro footage. Wait till you see the end.
Okay, so you're also gonna help me look for other balloons. We don't want to have a mid-air collision. So if you see anything that you think I may not see, even if you think I see it, please let me know.
Okay.
It takes a strong love to go through this madness. It takes a strong love to go.
They look like ants, don't they?
Oh my God, this is just amazing.
I'm like soaking it in. I'm keeping my eyes open,
Yes.
guys, but I'm literally petrified inside.
I should have dropped my sweater.
It's
you're
hot
telling me. No
up
one
here.
told me. I wore a winter coat.
Black balloon, don't you cry. One day you'll learn to fly. Through the wind, through the storm. One day you'll fly alone.
Do you feel that wind on your back?
We're in the box then, huh?
Yeah, that wind that you're feeling right now was the wind that was pushing us this way. As we transition higher, we're going to be going that way, so you're going to feel that wind.
Wow.
So the Albuquerque box is apparently working today because she has driven back literally right back above where they took off. Right there, the upper right. All right, the Chan Man's laying on the ground, and the balloon is literally directly above where I'm laying, and it is right here.
If I want to turn, then I have these what are called turning bits, and that's how I gave a nice little twirl when I was showing off. And yes, I was showing off.
Yes, as you should. So I don't know if it's the sun or that, but I got hot.
Yeah, it gets warm.
Yeah.
Are they landing on water?
Yep, that's called a splash and dash.
Is that intentional, you think, or what?
Yes. In fact, when I get a chance, I'm going to try it.
You're gonna try it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
See what happens.
They're landing on the water. Apparently this is intentional.
Called a splash and dash.
So people put out these sheets. You see the yellow and you see the red. That means they do not want you landing there. They might have crops or livestock. So what we're looking for are white. White means we can go there. It's safe for us to and allowed for us to go. So we're going over the river. We're hoping for a splash and dash. Don't think we're going to make it. We're going past. And the wind did change. So we missed the splash and dash, but it did put us on course to actually be able to land in the field near where we launched.
You said I am cleared? Yes, I checked with Frank. You are cleared to land on the field. Cleared to land on the field.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, and pilots out on the field, if I can have your attention for just a moment, please. We do have balloons that are coming back to the field in windy conditions and landing, so pilots, please do not park on the north end and no tailgating on the north end of the field. For those pilots that are going to be landing, if your crew, would you please advise?
This is the most dangerous part of ballooning, so help me look for any obstacles. Any power lines, power poles, towers, like those towers over there. Anything you see like that.
And the winds picked up and shifted again. We weren't going to make it to the field, and it looked like our choices to land were getting slimmer.
See, that's what we have to worry about. That is very dangerous.
Here's the field and where we hope to land, but the winds now have taken us over more of a residential area. Looks like we have a place to land where others have already, so that's where we're heading.
All right, put away all media, please. All right, bend your knees. Hold on to 2 places. Face the opposite way, face that way. Get ready to brace. Brace. Brace, 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 brace. Thank you guys. Yeah. All right, we're good. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, how are you all doing?
Alright, we're good. Yeah, that's okay.
We're good.
I'm good.
All right.
I was in such a good squat stance that I was like a little booster seat for you.
There you go. Stay in the basket. I'm just gonna put down.
Come back.
Yeah, if you don't mind. All right, that's good. And she's gonna be a dirty girl. Oh, well, we got down safely. So
You're
that's all
okay.
that
You can put weight.
Yeah,
Beautiful
you're good.
colors.
You got
Fine.
it.
And you're okay landing here?
On our left.
Thank you.
Pilot,
Yes, I am.
we're okay landing here. We talked to the
Okay.
landowner through the next door neighbor.
All right, I got it.
So
All
even
right,
though,
thank you.
yeah, of course.
Just stay in the basket. Technically, we're not done flying.
Woo-hoo.
I'm down.
All right, we landed. You can see we're on our side, but it was a good landing. What do I know? But it was a good landing. We're alive.
It was epic.
It was. It was a great time. Very cool. Whew.
Now my baby's dirty.
Oh no. So we were hoping not to land like that
like
because
everyone's
it the basket's dirty now. So there's some cleaning involved. But you can see this is a popular spot for everybody to land. We've got people way back here. In the meantime, Mark is in the chase vehicle with the chase crew.
So you still show her going 0?
Yeah, she's standing still and she's sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
I think she landed.
Okay.
So if I could get your all help.
We just helped Katelyn fold this up so she's not all spread out. And we're waiting for the chase crew to show up.
There's Teresa. There's Teresa.
Oh, yeah. Boy, a lot of people dumped into here. This must be
Yeah, it's like probably the best spot they could catch.
If you look right here, there's a yellow sheet, which means landing only in an emergency. And with the high winds, we needed to land here.
All right. First impressions, how was it?
It was awesome.
That was the
it was
best
outstanding.
experience
My only worry was I was on the side that's up, and I'm hanging on for life so I don't crush those two on the bottom.
We're like, I was like, you're not going anywhere.
They're like two little chihuahuas.
I know.
One false move, they'd snap.
That's
you know.
right.
So how awesome was it?
It was awesome. It was awesome. And I was good. With my height thing, I was actually good.
Wow.
I even looked down, I got a little, but I got used to it. What did get scary
Yeah.
is when we were trying to land, because the wind kept taking us in directions.
Yeah.
And it would get really fast, and then it would shift a little. And
Yeah.
she tried a couple. We were aiming for the.
Was Katelyn talking to you all the time and keeping you informed?
She was really good.
Yeah.
She kept us informed, safety stuff, get ready for landing.
Yeah.
And we were helping her look for obstacles, wires, balloons that were close. Nobody got close to us.
Wow.
But your perspective's so off.
Yeah.
You know, we were heading for, like I said, that cell tower. And she had us up, and as we went over, I'm like, we're not even close. But
Wow.
it didn't look
You
like
went
it.
over those cell towers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's time to clean it up. I think that's what Katelyn said was the worst, that tipping it means we need to clean her up. We were told there's a tradition that balloonists do, and on the way back to the launching field, Katelyn told us about this tradition of a champagne toast that balloonists did after a hot air balloon landing.
Okay, does anyone know how ballooning started?
It was started with the story of the first manned hot air balloon flight back in 1783 in Paris, France, when hot air balloons first took flight. Before this, only animals were sent up in balloons, but were often attacked with pitchforks by onlookers who were afraid of this strange thing, or farmers were worried about it disturbing their crops and livestock. One of the first balloonists carried the king's champagne to convince the farmers that the balloon was far from being a fierce dragon, and the champagne acted as an apology or a peace offering for disturbing the land and animals grazing in the field. So basically, the champagne smoothed things over, and tradition was born. Today, upon landing, it remains a tradition for balloonists around the world to offer champagne to passengers after a hot air balloon ride and recite the balloonist prayer.
The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with its warm hands. You have flown so high and so well.
What a great tradition. And after that, I even got a certificate. I think it was for bravery, at least I felt like it was. But I want to thank Katelyn for this awesome opportunity and her crew, which was outstanding. And if I remember right, they have all known each other since grade school. And then there's also Emily and Jess. Check them out on Instagram and their YouTube channel called Emily and Jess. And thanks for joining us. This has been a blast, but stick with us for the next video because Mark gets a chance in a balloon too. This is I-40 right along the frontage. We're on the frontage up here. It's like truck after truck after truck for miles.
Maybe that's why, honey. Because it's for our journey in miles.
Oh.
Did you ever think of that?
No.
Wow, look at that.
Thank
as
goodness.
far
Oh
as you
my
can
gosh.
see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you, Enchanted
Whew.
Trails, for being before that.
Yeah, good thing we were able to get off.
Yeah.